Today on Rappler. President Marcos says his mother Imelda is on the path to recovery from pneumonia. 4 more senators joined Robin Padilla in seeking to reverse Apollo Quiboloy's contempt ruling. President Marcos says Chinese research vessels in Benham Rise is a bit of an escalation of the ongoing territorial conflict with Beijing. Nikki Haley ends her bid for the White House, clearing the way for a Trump-Biden rematch. And a jury finds the armorer of the movie Rust guilty of involuntary manslaughter. President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. says his mother, former First Lady Imelda Marcos, is feeling better, days after she was admitted to the hospital for slight pneumonia and fever, thus refuting rumors the Marcos family matriarch had died. The chief executive paid his mother a visit after arriving in Manila from Melbourne Wednesday night, March 6. He posts on X Thursday, his mother's fever is gradually subsiding and she is on the path to recovery. He adds the matriarch will stay in the hospital until she finishes her prescribed course of antibiotics. The president's sister, Senator Imelda Marcos, first confirmed on Tuesday, March 5, their 94-year-old mother was brought to the hospital after bouts of coughs and feverishness. The widow of the late dictator, Ferdinand E. Marcos, has had numerous health issues. In May 2023, she underwent a successful angioplasty. At least 4 more senators signed an objection letter seeking to reverse a Senate panel's decision to hold embattled preacher Apollo Quiboloy in contempt for snubbing a hearing. Senator Robin Padilla was the first to object the ruling and identified the others with him as Senators Bongo, J.V. Ejercito, Cynthia Villar, and Imelda Marcos. Senator Ejercito later withdraws his signature on the objection. Ejercito says he withdrew after careful review of the facts, witness testimonies, and additional information. Padilla says he personally calls on other senators to sign the objection. He claims his position has nothing to do with his friendship with Quiboloy, but says he considers Quiboloy an ally in his advocacy against the communist rebellion. Padilla has 5 more days starting March 7 to convince 4 more senators to object and prevent the Senate from ordering Quiboloy's arrest. President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. says reports of Chinese research vessels in Benham Rise was a clear intrusion into our Philippine maritime territory and an incident that caused great concern. The Philippine president is in Australia for the ASEAN-Australia Special Summit.
There is a suspicion that they are not only research vessels. So, this is a bit of an escalation of the tension that is present in the West Philippine Sea.
The president confused different areas of the Philippines in a statement. Benham Rise is in the eastern seaboard facing the Pacific Ocean, while the West Philippine Sea is on the other side and is part of the South China Sea. Benham Rise is an underwater plateau believed to be rich in natural gases. In 2012, the United Nations Commission on the Limits of the Continental Shelf confirmed Benham Rise is part of the Philippine continental shelf. Nikki Haley ends her long-shot challenge to Republican presidential frontrunner Donald Trump on Wednesday, March 6. Haley, the former South Carolina governor and Trump's ambassador to the United Nations, says, "The time has now come to suspend my campaign," adding, "I have no regrets." Haley's strong showing among moderate Republicans and independents highlighted how Trump could be vulnerable in the November 5 election. The rematch between Trump, 77, and Biden, 81, the first repeat U.S. presidential contest since 1956, is one that few Americans want. Opinion polls show both Biden and Trump have low approval ratings among voters. The election promises to be deeply divisive, with Biden casting Trump as an existential danger to democracy. Trump's camp says he'll continue to focus on immigration, economy, and foreign policy. Biden has his own baggage, including widespread concern about his age. A New Mexico jury on Wednesday, March 6, finds Rust armorer Hannah Gutierrez guilty of involuntary manslaughter. The Rust incident is Hollywood's first fatal shooting on set in nearly 30 years. 10 days of testimony focused on whether the inexperienced armorer endangered fellow crew and cast members in her handling of firearms. A juror told reporters after the verdict that was her job to check those rounds. In October 2021, Gutierrez mistakenly loaded a live round into a reproduction Colt .45 revolver that actor Alec Baldwin was using. After the actor cocked the gun, a live bullet was fired, killing cinematographer Helena Hutchins and wounding director Joel Souza. Gutierrez faces up to 18 months in state prison. Baldwin denies having pulled the trigger. His own manslaughter trial is set for July 10. And that's today's wrap. I'm Nina Liu. Thank you for watching. Click the link below for the full story. Follow us on Rappler's YouTube, Facebook, X, Instagram, and TikTok.